Shojo Null is mid. Everything about this manga is paint by numbers, and I'd be hard pressed to recommend it to anybody at this point. This manga needed a lot more time in the oven because everything about it is so underbaked. Let me explain. Shojo Null takes place in the not so distant future. This society has Gijin, maybe androids or maybe cyborgs that help humans with their everyday needs. Ryaha, an orphaned high schooler who is way too nonchalant, comes across Marie, a modified, escaped Gijin. Due to circumstances, Marie is able to come into free will and she aligns with Ryaha to seek revenge against all humans for some reason. I'm sure you can tell by my enthusiastic tone how much I like this manga. Everything about this is trash. I don't connect to any of the characters. In fact, the plot doesn't make an iota of sense. Take this in. I could sit down with a Montreal stripper and talk to her about whatever her goals are outside of the back rooms, and it would be more plausible, more believable than the bullshit that I'm reading in Shojo Null. This manga, for no reason, turns the edgelord factor up to 11 for every scene. You can't take any of it seriously. Marie is supposed to be an elfin lead-inspired murder machine that is cutesy, but that angle doesn't work because she's always punching down. Human enemies can't go up against Gijin, and with her ability to control other nearby Gijin, Marie hasn't encountered any true adversity. Ryaha just takes everything in stride. He has no real concern for harboring a fugitive. He wants to align himself so quickly with Marie so they can murder humanity together, despite knowing what the cost of rebellion is. They don't act like real people, and this extends to other characters in this manga too. I thought the YouTubers in the beginning were an okay villain of the week to start the serialization with. However, them being the catalyst for Cop Daddy, or whatever the fuck his name is, to get involved directly with the search for Marie is way too coincidental. Cop Daddy comes off as a Timu quality rip of Al Pacino's character in Heat. I hate it when mangaka put drugs into their comics and they don't actually know how drugs work. It just makes the entire scene with Cop Daddy doing coke really cartoonish. And this budding game of cat and mouse makes the story more convoluted than it needs to be right now. The gore, which is the calling card of this series, isn't even that over the top. It's just schlocky. I don't see anything here that wasn't done better in Dead Man Wonderland, Elfin Lied, or anything else that came out between 2005 and 2015. The art isn't enough to keep me interested in this manga. I don't know, it reads so much like other Jump Plus manga, many of which just retreat popular tropes that were being published in other magazines in the past decade, and now Shueisha is just trying to play catch up with those tropes that were popular by publishing them in Shonen Jump Plus, but all of these series are coming off very Netflix quality, if you know what I mean, where series that sound interesting are getting greenlit, but it's really just the opening premise or the aesthetic that is the selling point. There's no real core, there's no real body to the serialization itself. Yeah, this one doesn't sit well with me. I'll be following up in a few months to see how it's going, but 4 out of 10.